You guys okay? Yeah. Doing all right. I'm from Cleveland, but I grew up in the South, down in Georgia. That's where I spent my childhood and most of the part of high school I went to. This was not a lot of it. I have a GED. That's not part of the joke. I'm just getting in my head now. Fuck, I am uneducated. I grew up in Georgia. I was raised by a single mom. My dad still lived back here in Cleveland the whole time. We would come up on the summers to visit and stuff like that. So I split my time between like the worst part of hillbilly country in Georgia, like real deliverance shit, and then like East Cleveland in the summers. So I'm cool with everybody. Everybody has beat me up at some point. Both sides of the pending, whatever war. What am I talking about? My dad. My dad lived in Cleveland, and he was schizophrenic, and he was an alcoholic who cut his own left hand off with an axe, which is a real bummer. And the worst part is he could hear 6 different voices in his head. None of them could tell him how to get over my mom. Yeah, it was just one of them real loud was like, "Do it, you'll get Social Security." Yeah, he collected disability until the day he died, early. I was in Georgia there, and the town we lived in Georgia was a real small town called Somerville, and it was weird. It was my bus driver was named Mr. Pickle. That was his name, and I swear to God, the church we went to, his name was Mr. Christian. The pastor's name was Mr. Christian. It was like growing up in a goddamn Lego town. There's a guy running the store called Jim Clerk. That one's not true, but Mr. Christian was real. He was real, and I learned about poor people from Mr. Christian. We were in church. We would be in church, and he was doing a sermon, and then at the end of it, he's like, so we have all the kids, we're going to load up the van with groceries, and we're going to bring it to this less fortunate family in the neighborhood. And then we all loaded it up, and we drove to my house. And that was the first time I knew we were poor. I was like, oh, I thought we were as fortunate as everyone else around here. I thought everybody ate creamed corn at every meal. They eat it on purpose in the South. Everywhere else, they turn it into corn syrup and sneak it into your shit. The rest of the country. I also, my favorite thing in church was they would have these weird phrases that they would say, like, to whatever was in the zeitgeist at the time. And still, my favorite one was they would go, "God made the world with Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve." And I like that because I think it's hilarious when hate rhymes. I think that's cool. If you're going to be a piece of shit, be fucking funny about it. I also like it because it reminds me of the intelligent design theory, which I do really like. I'm no longer religious after growing up in it, but I like that idea. You guys know that it's the theory that the human body is so amazing and so complex that an intelligent, godlike being made it exactly like this on purpose. And I think that's a beautiful idea. But I think it's a little weird that the same people that came up with that idea coined the phrase, "God hates fags." Because he hates them so much that he took the male G-spot and he shoved it roughly between 5 and 8 inches inside of the asshole. And then he was making dicks. And he's like, you know what? What if those are roughly between 5 and 8 inches too? And let me tell you something, if they do anything with this, they're going to hell. That's the first time they find out, they're fucking done for. It's a real fucking practical joke. Sounds like an intelligent design to me if you're trying to design a bunch of fags. I don't know what God was doing that day. But he nailed it. Right in the ass. Right in the ass. Maybe God hates straight people. Maybe he watches straight people have sex, and he's like, come on, man. What the fuck is this? I would have put the clit inside the hole if I wanted you putting your stupid dicks in there all day. This is ridiculous. Those are clearly designed for licking. That's why they taste so good. Also, quit coming in there. That's making people. That's my job. That's what I do. I make people out of ribs, not your gross cum, you idiots. Making too many people. Heaven only holds 144,000 people. I don't know if you guys know this, but I fucking sent dudes door to door to tell everybody. It's a Jehovah's Witness joke. It's a long walk just to shit on Jehovah's Witnesses, isn't it? So I'm bisexual. I guess that's the point of that joke. I know, all it means is this. It means that my gay friends are always trying to tell me I'm confused, and my straight friends are always telling me I'm a faggot. That's pretty much how that works out. I think they're both out of line. I'm not confused. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm not a faggot because I don't listen to Coldplay or whatever fags do. Anyways, I have a day job. I work in the funeral industry. It's a weird job. It's what I do is wherever people die at, we go get them and then we bring them back to the morgue. I get paid for it. It's not a hobby. I don't just do this on my own, like nights and weekends. They give me money for it. It's a weird job, man. It's like, it makes me think about death all the time. And I was thinking, like, the first time I ever dealt with death, like, close to me was my aunt. I was like 14, 40 something now. It was like 30 years ago. My aunt passed away, and because everyone in my family is a psycho, it fell on me for some reason at 14 to call up and cancel her electric bill and her utilities in her apartment. That's weird, right? I'm 14 and I call and I'm like, hi, yeah, I'm calling about my aunt's, I gave them the account number and everything. And I'm like, so, she's passed away, so she doesn't need electric anymore. And they're like, okay, we're sorry to hear that. Where would you like us to forward the bill? And I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean by that? And they're like, well, someone has to pay her last bill. Where should we send it? And I was like, lady, my family doesn't pay our bills when we're alive. I don't know what you can forward that bill up your ass. That's what you can do. No one's paying that. You gotta be kidding me. It's fucking crazy. Another one, my dad, imagine this, the schizophrenic alcoholic didn't live to an old age. He passed away, and that was a tough one. My brother and I had to go down to West Virginia. That's where my dad was from. We went down there to spread his ashes on the river that he grew up fishing in. Yeah, it was a nice, it was not a nice time. It was a nice thing to be able to do. And I took the bag, and it was like the ashes come in like these bags. They put them in like a clear plastic bag inside of the box. And I did a good wind up. I had the top of it open. I threw it out in the middle of the lake, and the ashes spread out in the river. It was beautiful. It was like just came out of there like a fountain. And then some bubbles came up, and I pushed my brother into the water. I was like, he's still breathing. Go get him. My uncle hated that. It's not fond of that. But those are the only deaths I really dealt with before it was my job. And now I deal with people's grief like every day. But I get to be like I'm away, like I'm distant from it. It's not my grief, so it's okay. And I like the job because I get to be kind to people on the worst day of their life. most of the time. It's, one of those deals. And but people do weird shit when they're grieving, right? Like one that I see a lot is everybody always thinks the person looks peaceful. Instead, they're always like, oh, he looks so peaceful. And then I look down and they're doing this. And I'm like, what did he look like alive? That's fucking crazy. If that looks peaceful for this guy, he must have been a lunatic. I had this call. There's a lot of sad ones. I had this call. It was a car accident. It was this young guy who was like 19, 20, and he was texting, driving, drinking in the car, and he's fighting with his girlfriend. And the last text he sent was, "I'm gonna kill myself if you break up with me." And he flips his car and dies. We're there all night. It's a nightmare. And I have a son who's about the same age. My son's 20, and he just started driving, and he likes to drink. And I was like, hey, man, I called him the next morning. As soon as I went home, I told him the same story. And I'm like, you can't, so please don't be out there like drinking and driving or texting or anything. And he says, Dad, don't worry about this. I would never do anything that irresponsible. I would drive all the way to that bitch's house and tell her to her face I was going to kill herself if she broke up with me. So I raised pretty good kids, I think. He's a good guy. Face to face, that's better, right? It's also weird. There's I don't have a work life. There's none of that. There's never a good time to flirt in a morgue. It's just not, it doesn't lend to that kind of thing. I go to like a lot of nursing homes. Like that's the best case scenario, right? It's like you die in a nursing home of old age. And that does happen a lot. Invariably, they have one of those satellite music channels playing on the TV, like whenever I go in, and 99 out of 100 times is like classical music, something calming or something. But every once in a while, it's a guy that looks like me that's like, it's the rock station that's on. And the last time this happened, the nurse doesn't come in with, I was dancing. I was wrapping the sheet up, tagging him, and I'm like, yeah, it's Steve Miller Band. And the nurse walks in while I'm doing a spin. And I'm just like, yeah, Khalil's still dead. That was a weird one. Yeah, there's never a good time to flirt. There are a lot of hot hospice nurses, and I always have to, like, there's never a good time, like, what am I going to do? Like, here, I need you to sign this body release form, and then if you want to jot your phone number down underneath, I don't know what you're doing after this, but you're done here. Let that wash over there. I accidentally broke a guy's neck. He wasn't using it anymore. He was dead when I got there. I didn't do it. It was an old guy, and he had like a hunchback, right? Like this guy was shaped like a candy cane. And when we get back to the funeral home, I had to put him in one of those drawers you see in the movies. And when I went to close it, his chin kept stopping the drawer from closing. So I rolled him to the side, I get the thing closed, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to put a name tag on him. You have to name tag every dead person, because they want to make sure, like, I didn't sneak my own in there or anything. So I get the thing, I have to open it back up, but now he's like, rotated back to the original position, and his head's stopping it from opening. Like, have you ever put a spatula in the silverware drawer and it pops up, and now you're doing this maneuver to push it down, and then his neck breaks, and now you know what that sounds like for the rest of your goddamn life? That's what happened. I felt bad, like I didn't know what to do, so I reverted back to childhood when like I broke a chair and I just put it back together and walked away and hoped the next person would think they did it. So there's a poor embalmer somewhere that thinks he broke this old man's neck. It's fucked up. The good part is I felt really bad, which made me feel really good, because I was like, thank God I'm not dead inside. Like, I'm a 40-something white guy. I live alone. I have like 3 of the 4 things it takes to be a serial killer. And I was just thrilled that I didn't break his neck and go, ooh, I gotta find more. I gotta do this forever now. All right, that is all of my time. Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Chris. Roast battle.